Alright, what's up everyone? Thanks for joining me again on another video. If you're not subscribed, be sure to subscribe. And if you're already subscribed, I appreciate you guys. Getting into today's video, if you saw the last one, or if you didn't go see the last one, go check it out. I ripped out the rear subframe of the car, dealt with removing the bushings out of the rear subframe, and now this is where we're at now. No subframe, one end, another end, differentials. Painting the rear subframe. I'll show you guys quick. That's how we're looking. Going a little wacky with the color. Hold on. This is the color. The reason I'm going with this wacky ass color is I went to the hardware store and they didn't have any purple spray paint, and that was the closest thing to purple, and I was like, you know what? Let's just send it. So I got my coffee. And one of the issues we ran into, oh hold on, all the SPL arms I have in the rear, those are getting painted too, so that's how we're looking. They have 2 or 3 coats on them, I don't remember, but leaving it like that. Subframe, I'm just coating with that color, and then those are only staying with 2 coats. I don't remember if I did 3 or not. I think I did 2. Don't really care for coverage that much because they're going to be under the car and you're never really going to see them. So rear subframe, I didn't mind going with the crazier color just because whoever does see it, it'll be like a little Easter egg, I guess. I don't even know. So getting back to the main part of the video, one of the issues I had here, when I finally put the differentials next to each other, they're obviously different. Going to go over a few differences that I saw firsthand, and then I actually asked a few people because I had no idea why they were different. I was told in the car is this is the one out of the car, this is the new one. I was told that this has a LSD, and that's a viscous. It uses fluid to kind of lock everything in place, and sometimes it grabs, sometimes it doesn't. Depends. It's not as effective as an LSD, which is in this one. This one has a KAAZ 1.5 way LSD. Now, right off the bat, obviously these are the mounting holes. This is a S14 original open diff, and then it was swapped out. I have a video a long time ago. I don't even know. There's a bushing for that, and then there's bushings for the rear. This one, obviously these holes are smaller, and I thought this was a speed sensor at first, but what everyone is telling me is that's an ABS sensor. That's the main differences off the bat. From what I've been told, first I was just told this is non-ABS and that is ABS. But now a couple people also told me that this is from an S13. So the body style generation, model generation before mine, this is the 13. I guess you could tell by those, but I'm not too sure with that. That's what I've been told. And then the rear cover is still S14. That's why they look the same. Now, another difference, which is the biggest difference, I guess the biggest issue here, they're different lengths. And I was told just the normal ABS versus the non-ABS differentials are different lengths also. So I'm not too sure if this is a complete S13 differential housing or if it's just a ABS S13 differential housing. The issue here is they are different lengths. I did a crude measurement. It is about a ½ inch, but from what I'm told, I think it's about 3/4 of an inch. So that brings us into the second part of this video. Painting everything is like the subcategory or like the subplot of this whole video. The main thing I want to accomplish is swapping these. I decided that I'm going to swap the internals from the newer one, the S14 one, into the original one that was in the car. The only issue that I may or may not run into, from what I was told, which I don't even know if it is a difference, that the VLSD one might not be able to accept the KAAZ 1.5 way. So I'm going to go above and beyond in this video. I'm going to do, because I also have a drive shaft spacer coming, but it's from Amazon. There wasn't much description, so it could be completely the wrong thing. But apparently they make that specifically for this thing. It would just be a thing that goes between, it would be drive shaft, spacer, and then differential. But I'm gonna tear this apart again. There's no fluid in this one, so it's not gonna be a big deal. This one has fluid. It's gonna be pretty disgusting. So I gotta drain what's left in that oil bucket thing into something else, and then drain this into that. And anyone that has dealt with like gear oil like this knows it has like a very like, I wouldn't even know if you would say a very, but it has a distinct smell. So just be aware, be cautious of that. Just be aware that it's gonna smell a little weird. It's gonna smell exactly like a repair shop now. But I gotta straighten some stuff up, swap that out, put the oil somewhere else, and then drain that. Or I could possibly just drain it into the pan and deal with it later on, but I don't know. Wish me luck with this one. I don't know how much I'm gonna film of me swapping him because hands are gonna be completely filthy from doing it. Obviously I'm gonna wear gloves, but it's gonna be completely filthy from doing it. And I do have a video of doing that already, I think. Plus there's videos that are a lot more informational than I can make it, because I watched a couple videos and I got an idea of what needs to be done. I'm not too sure if the length of the pinion shaft is in the wrong spot. I don't have any spaces for that, so then I might think of taking it to like a transmission shop, if I can find any open right now, because we're in a national pandemic. Alright, so you just want to stay as organized as possible. We're really zoomed in. I don't care. I'm just going to take the back plate off. It's still draining, as you see, but like I said, just try to stay organized. When you start taking it apart from the inside, keep your sides separate. I'm gonna need like a screwdriver of some sort. I don't have a hammer. Oh, I do have a hammer. Oh, that was a lot easier than I was expecting. All right. I'm holding the driver's side, left side, tight. You can still turn it slowly. I mean, it's very firm. It's not a very easy thing. The other one, the new one, was very easy to turn like that. But yeah, so I'm guessing this is the VLSD. I couldn't tell by looking at this, but I believe these are 17s here. Got to figure out a way to keep this a little neater, a little cleaner, without dropping everything. So let me find a spot to put all this stuff and start keep tearing it apart. I got 17s, and then you just want to make sure there's going to be shims on each side. Make sure you keep those shims on the side they come from, and just try to take notes. Then you can pull the whole thing apart. I do have seals on the other one that I'm going to see if I can pull off of the axles, but
we got, it looks like a very thin shim on this side. It looks like a fat and a thin on this side. I probably should have checked the lash beforehand. Let's get a ballpark. I know it's supposed to be 0.0015. I guess that's 15 thousandths, I think. I have something here somewhere. And you're supposed to hold it as perpendicular as possible. I don't have a whatchamacallit here. Zero that. This is the part where I don't really want to drop it, so I'm trying to like finesse this out, but... Alright, so my dumbass forgot to take the axles out first, so I took the axles out and then you just gotta find something to pry it out with. I used a pry bar, try to get like the edge and just pry it out, and like I said, be sure not to mess up where those rings go. Alright, so one of the things I'm noticing, this is the passenger side axle out of the open diff or new one, and then this is the passenger side axle out of the viscous. I think it's the viscous one. See the length difference? So I'm actually not too sure if I'm gonna have to use what I'm gonna have to use with this. I might have to use this with it. I don't know if that matters in the pumpkin, so I'm gonna do a little like, I might like assemble it and then see if it connects at all, because the holes all line up. Maybe that's the reason it doesn't work with the viscous, because this inserts more than this one. This is how we're looking at this guy. This is the open diff one. And then this is the viscous diff one. I mean, they go in, but this one obviously sticks out more than this one, so probably just gonna have to install this in and see how it looks. Then if it doesn't want to work properly, then just take it back apart and figure out what I have to do. Then I might have to actually just wait for the drive shaft spacer to come in and just run that.
I think I figured out why these are longer. The VLSD, I guess that goes in the differential more than that side, and they still meet in the middle, because let me get a light. See, there's like that stop. I can't tell if that's less than the halfway mark. It's closer to camera side, I guess, so it's closer to the gear / driver side.
So I'm guessing that's why they say you can't swap the diff into LSD diff housing stuff, because you need the axle shafts. Let's go take a look at the subframe. Just gave it like another coat and touch up. I'm gonna leave it like that, not going crazy with it. Actually, before we look at that, let me get one of the arms that I sprayed. It says bronze, but I mean it looks a little more gold, which I kind of like the gold color, because it matches the engine bay, but it's different gold and it's a different purplish bluish color. I think it'd be cool, a nice little touch. That's how we're looking. So yeah, gonna look cool. So I'm on the fence if I'm gonna run it like that. The differential. Let me close this. I'm on the fence if I'm gonna run the differential like that or not. I feel like the pinion gear isn't in enough. I tried to make my own gear marking stuff, and I can't really tell. I didn't really want to order this stuff because it's there's one for like $4 something on Amazon, but then the shipping is $10, and then there's ones that are like $20, and they're not going to come for a while. So I was like, I'll just try to make my own. I think I know someone that might be able to rebuild it. That I'm thinking about now that I'm thinking about it. So I'm either gonna ask him some questions or see if him or someone else can rebuild it, or if he knows someone that can rebuild it for me. Might be a little rough finding someone right now because everything's kind of on lockdown. So I'll get back to you on that one. Subframe is looking good. The arms look good. Tomorrow I might bolt up everything back to it and just wait on the diff. I'm not sure yet. I could even throw it back in the car at that point and then throw the diff in later. But I think I'm gonna leave it right there. I want to thank you guys for joining me on this quick-ish video, I guess. I don't even know. I'll know when I edit it. Car's coming together. Got the race car things going on here. Little bit of customization and waiting on my O2 sensor to see if it clears up that issue I had. So thanks for joining me. See you guys on the next one, and subscribe. And you know what to do. Hit the bell and all that stuff. See you soon.